What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. So the Blazers get a hard-fought 107-103 victory over the Chicago Bulls, who came visiting to the Moda Center tonight. And Carmelo Anthony was a huge reason why the Blazers ended up winning this game, especially down the stretch. He hit some key baskets along with Dame Lillard, and Dame and Melo are going to be a very, very tough duo to handle, along with McCollum, Rodney Hood, and Hassan Whiteside. All the starters had a huge impact on the game tonight, and when the Blazers are playing like this, it's going to be very tough to beat them. In the first quarter, the Bulls had Zach LaVine cooking. He went for 8 points on 3 of 5 from the field, goes 2 of 3 from 3, and he also had an assist. Wendell Carter Jr. also chipped in with 6 points. He went 3 of 5 from the field. He had 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. And for the Bulls, they were shooting 50% from the field, 57% from 3. They had 6 assists and 10 rebounds in that first quarter. And they actually were up. The Blazers, they countered with CJ McCollum, who had 7 points on 2 of 5 from the field, goes 0 of 2 from 3, had a rebound and a turnover. Dame chipped in with 6 points on 3 of 5 from the field, goes 0 of 2 from 3, had 2 assists and a turnover. And the Blazers were shooting 42% from the field, and they ended up going 0 of 6 from 3. They had 3 assists and 13 rebounds, and the Bulls were up 28-25 in that first quarter. In the second quarter, Zach LaVine pours in 10 points, and he goes for 18 on 5 of 10 from the field, goes 3 of 5 from 3, had an assist and a steal. And then Chris Dunn, he chipped in with 7 points on 3 of 5 from the field, goes 1 of 2 from 3, had 5 rebounds and 3 turnovers. But the Blazers defense got a lot better and ended up holding the Bulls to 36% from the field and 33% from three-point land. They had 6 made threes. They had 9 assists, 19 rebounds, and they went 7-11 from the free throw line in that first half. McCollum ended up with 12 points on 4 of 8 from the field, goes 1 of 4 from 3, had a rebound and a turnover. Rodney Hood continued his hot start. He had 12 points on 4 of 8 from the field, goes 2 of 5 from 3. 2 of 3 from 3. Had a rebound, assist, and a steal. And then Melo, he finished up the half with 10 points on 3 of 6 from the field, goes 0 of 1 from 3. Had 7 rebounds, assists, and a steal. And then Dame also chipped in with 10 points on 4 of 7 from the field, goes 0 of 3 from 3. Had 2 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 turnovers. And then Whiteside, while he wasn't really scoring, he was very effective on the boards, and he had 6 blocks at halftime to go along with 7 rebounds, an assist, a turnover, a steal, and 4 points on 2 of 8 from the field. But the Blazers, they weren't really still shooting it that well. They went 44% from the field, 23% from three-point land, and they only had 3 made threes at the time. They had 9 assists, 26 rebounds, and they were 12 of 16 from the free throw line to lead to 53-47 at the half. More of the same for the Bulls in the third quarter. Zach LaVine still kept cooking. He had 24 points, but his efficiency was going down. He went 7 of 16 from the field, goes 4 of 8 from 3, had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. And then Wendell Carter Jr., he had 10 points on 4 of 12 from the field, goes 0 of 1 from 3, had 6 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. For the third quarter, the Bulls up their percentage a little bit. They go 39% from the field and 35% from three-point land. For the Blazers, it was a Rodney Hood show, pretty much. He scored 7 in the quarter for 19 points on 7 of 11 from the field. Goes 3 of 4 from 3. Had a rebound, 2 assists, and a steal. And then also, like Dame usually always does in that third quarter, he scored 8 points for 18 points on 6 of 12 from the field. Goes 1 of 7 from 3. Had 2 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 turnovers. For the Blazers in that quarter, they shoot 44% from the field, and they go 26% from 3. In the fourth quarter, the Bulls still had Zach LaVine going, but he ended up only having 4 points in that quarter to finish up with 28 points on the game. Goes 8 for 24 from the field, goes 5 of 11 from 3, had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Wendell Carter Jr. finished up with 16 points on 7 of 16 from the field, goes 0 of 1 from 3, had 9 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. Kobe White off the bench, the young rookie, who should probably be starting in my opinion. He finished up with 13 points on 5 of 13 from the field, goes 2 of 7 from 3, had 4 rebounds and an assist. They finished up 38% from the field, 37% from three-point land. They had 24 assists and 47 rebounds. Dame, in that fourth quarter, he finished up with 28 points on an efficient 9 of 18 from the field, not so efficient 3 of 11 from three-point land. Goes for 2 rebounds, has 6 assists, and 4 turnovers. Melo did most of his damage in that last quarter. He scored 23 points on 8 of 16 from the field, goes 1 of 3 from 3, pulled down 11 rebounds, had 4 assists and a steal, so his first double-double as a Blazer. CJ McCollum finished up with 20 points on 7 of 14 from the field, goes 3 of 6 from 3, had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, and a block. And then Hassan Whiteside, he finished up with 8 points on 4 of 11 from the field, goes for 15 rebounds, an assist, 2 turnovers, a steal, and 10 blocks, which is the Blazers' franchise record for blocks in a game. And it was just, once again, total team effort, again, from the Blazers to get this victory. Dame, Melo, CJ, they all shoot 50% from the field, so the mid-range game for the Blazers is going to be a huge key, I believe, because that's pretty much what a lot of teams give up nowadays. So they're going to have a lot of open looks around the mid-range game. Probably anywhere from 20 to 12 feet, they're going to have some very good looks at the shots. For the Blazers, their next game up is against the Clip Set in LA on Tuesday night. Team stats for the Bulls: they shot 36 of 94 for 38% from the field. They go 14 of 38 for 37% from 3. They go 17 of 25 for 68% from the free throw line. Of their 36 made baskets, they get 24 assists. They pull down 47 rebounds, 11 offensive. They get 8 steals, have 2 blocks, and 11 turnovers. For the Blazers, they shoot 38 of 84 for 45% from the field. They go 10 of 30 for 33% from three-point land. They get 21 of 28 for 75% from the free throw line. Of their 38 made baskets, they get 20 assists. They pull down 49 rebounds. They get 8 offensive. They get 6 steals, 11 blocks, and 13 turnovers. And 10 of those 11 blocks go to Hassan Whiteside, who had a monster game. It was just beautiful to see what he was doing on the defensive end, especially gobbling up all them rebounds, getting all those blocks. He just understands where he should be at as far as on the defensive end. And the Blazers just having extra days in between games now for them to be able to actually practice and game plan and stuff. It's just paying off for both Melo, Whiteside defensively. He's understanding what type of offensive possessions he's going to get. It's just good to see that the Blazers are putting it together in a very big stretch coming up because we got the Clippers going to LA. Then I think there's another game in between that, but I think it's the Kings. And then we got the Lakers, 16-2 right now. They came back again tonight where they were down big time. And they ended up getting another blowout win against the Wizards tonight, I believe. Kyle Kuzma, I think, was hurt, so hopefully he's not hurt to where he doesn't play that game, because I don't want any excuses when the Blazers go up against them Lakers. You know what I'm saying? When the Lake Show comes to town, I want them to be fully healthy so we can see exactly where both of our squads are at this point in the season. So I definitely look forward to both of those games coming up. It's gonna be epic. Just Melo has changed the whole outlook for the Blazers this year. He's understanding his role now. Like the first few games that he was in, he just came off the streets. They probably ran a couple of plays that he could remember, and now you could just tell that just the rhythm, just where he's getting the shots at, like where he's passing the ball. He had a no-look pass to Scalabissier for a nasty flush early. I think that was in the second quarter. So Melo is all the way in his bag right now. He's getting much more comfortable now with the Blazers. So I definitely can't wait to see what the next game brings against the Clippers. Because I know they're gonna come to bring it. We're going to their house. So I just look forward to seeing how that game plays out. I do think the Blazers will be on a 4-game winning streak once it's all said and done after that game. But I don't really have much else to say. This is your boy P Money. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to all my supporters. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I am off this.
Production.